Hello, my name. Oops, sorry about that. Hello, my name is Darnice Woods, and I am presenting on case study number 4. Okay, so the client name is Brent Grego. It's a made-up name just for confidentiality purposes. He is 8 years old. He has a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder and Down syndrome. And the behavior that we were targeting to decrease was aggression. Aggression can be defined as any instance where the client's hand comes in contact with another person's body part with enough force to hear an audible sound without permission. So, for example, hitting a person on the arm with an audible sound. And another example would be giving a high five with permission and an audible sound. Okay, rules. The intervention based on rule-governed behavior. So first we're going to start off by defining rule-governed behavior. Rule-governed behavior is behavior that is controlled by verbal descriptions of contingencies rather than by direct contact or a history or direct contact with contingencies. Okay, so the intervention used here was self-monitoring. Self-monitoring is the process of measuring and monitoring one's own behavior. And we also use positive reinforcement. And positive reinforcement is added stimulus directly after targeted behavior that increases a behavior. So we use both of those together during this intervention. Okay, so we used a token board as well. So for the intervention, he was given rules to follow, rules that he already, came in contact with in the past. He kind of knew, but he just needed that extra push to learn like what to do, what not to do. So he was given rules to follow, and they were in his immediate environment. Like the rules were always easily accessible at all times. If he went outside, we would carry the rules with us outside, like around our neck as like a reminder. When he followed a rule within the certain duration of time, so his duration of time was 5 minutes, and if he followed his rules, which was I do not hit my friends. So that's going back to targeting that aggression. Right here. Targeting that aggression. If he did not follow a rule, he did not receive a check mark and he was able to try again. We didn't take the check mark away because then that would go more into the punishment procedure, and we are doing positive reinforcement. So we are adding. So if he did not follow a rule, he did not get a check mark. And he was just able to try again after that 5-minute duration timer went off. He would let us know which rule he did not follow like immediately. So when he did not, like once he hit, he already knew like, okay, then we would ask him, did you follow your rules? He would say no, and then he would tell us what rule he did not follow. At the end of the 3 check marks, because he was working for 3 of them, he was able to have access to the highest preferred reinforcer, which was the iPad. This intervention was selected so that he would be able to self-monitor his own behavior. He was able to understand the intervention. So first, that was most important, was he able to understand it? So he was. He was able to also tell us, why, which rule that he broke. And he was also transitioning out of the ABA program at the end of the year. So learning how to self-monitor his behavior was really crucial for his future. It was very important. So that's why we chose that intervention. That's why my BCBA chose it. So the outcome of this intervention, it was a positive outcome. And I know that because I saw the data. So we took data on his aggression, like the baseline data of the aggression, where the aggression was. The aggression was at around like 10 to 15 like a day, pure aggressions, and adult too as well. And we also saw an increase in him understanding why he did not earn a check mark. So we took data also on, was he able to tell you what rule he broke? And he was. So it was an increase in understanding and a decrease in aggression. There was one obstacle, kind of, and it was teaching him how to monitor his own behavior, which through a lot of these interventions, it takes a lot of repetition. So after about 1.5 weeks, 1.5 weeks, he was able to understand it. And we really saw that with the data. And that is the end. Thank you so much.